Friends, my name is Jivesh Nageshwar Kangapurwar, and today we will talk about something about competitive exams. So first of all, for the competitive exam, you just have to keep two or three things in mind. It is a competition where you compete with other people, and you don't have to compete usually with other people. You have to compete with yourself. Each and every day, you have to improve yourself. Each and every day, you have to try to analyze what all things you have done today and what all things you will do tomorrow. You have to note out the things which is left for tomorrow and which you have done today. You have to take the tasks. You have to be on, you can say on the tips. Everything should be on your tips, whether it's competitive, whether it's any exams in your life, whether it's football. For me, whenever I used to play football, I used to think, who are the opponents? First thing, who are the opponents? Now I have to play my game. Whenever I captain my team, I used to analyze, acha, how this player will perform, how this team will perform, and then I used to come to my own team, bro. इसका क्या रोल है एक टीम में, इसका क्या रोल है ये टीम में, और इसका क्या रोल है ओपोनेंट को कैसा क्या ये खेल सकता है, his own strategy. You have to know all your strengths and weaknesses, everything you have to know. For me, my strength in football was just to strategize the game plan. For example, if we concede one goal, then what was my plan is the second moment attack till we get a goal. So that plan worked, and we used to get in 5 or 10 minutes the goal. The last minute we used to play like do or die, जीतेंगे या फिर हारेंगे, nothing less than that. So in competitive exams too, in the first goal you have to analyze your targets. ऐसा. If you get one failure, you have to analyze, अच्छा ऐसा हो रहा है. In the second minute or in the second, you just have to target the targets, nothing else. भाई ऐसा हो रहा है, fail हो गया ना, ठीक है ना, देख लेंगे. और I have my syllabus in my hand. I have my question papers in my hand. Nothing else I want. ठीक है. Moreover, the sources I used to figure it out कि ये पढ़ना है और यहाँ से पढ़ना है. So I was talking about there are two types of exams in competition. The first is UPSC, MPSC on and all the civil services type, and the second is banking SSC, where you are posted as an assistant of a higher category. Okay. For UPSC and all things, you have to study this 7 odd topics. The first and foremost is history. I will brief about every topic. The first is history, second is geography, third is environment, fourth is polity, fifth is science, and sixth is economics, and the last and the most important is current affairs. Without current affairs, every civil service exam is incomplete, because it plays a major role, because you have to work in the current environment, not in the past. So these are briefed 7 topics. Let's come to banking and SSC types. In banking and SSC types, you have to have strong hold on these 3 subjects. The first is quant. The first is quant in the sense all the calculative things, mathematical things, all the analogical things where you do calculations, and which helps in your daily accounting thing. Okay. There is not much analysis. You just have one answer for one question and you have to solve it. Equation type questions. The next thing is reasoning, wherein you have to force your mind to think how it is, what all combinations, permutations it requires to be solved, what all things it needs. For example, in puzzles, in banking, you just have to follow the pattern, what the question says, and what all things you have to write. For other things, analogy things, you just have to, connect the dots. ऐसा हो रहा है, क्यों हो रहा है, कैसा हो रहा है, खत्म. Not more than that. If you have much needed reasoning skills, you can perform better in the services, they say, because there is a criteria for it. That's why this exam is conducted. This subject is given more weightage. The next thing is English. English, you can say, in India is the mother of all languages, I can say, beyond Hindi, because nowadays everything is going into a monotype thing, wherein English is promoted more than any other language, because it is more adaptable according to me. That's why you have to have some knowledge about English, how to use grammatical sentences, what all vocabulary there is, how to read a sentence, how fast you have to read, because there is less time in government works. You have to think, read, analyze everything in one go. So that thing is checked in English paper. So these were the 3 subjects. So let's come to UPSC, MPSC thing. So first subject is, I will brief about UPSC and MPSC. It is a competitive exam, a civil services exam. It gives a post which is recognized all over the world. Or you can say, Indian babus. All those babus are from UPSC and MPSC. They manages government works. They are the backbone of government, you can say. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, in his speech in I'm not remembering the date, but I know the year. In 1950 said, civil services is the iron stool where our Indian democracy stands. That's why we want to pursue civil services as our career option. For me, civil services was one of the most can say career defining thing, or which changed my life. Before starting preparation of civil services, I was like a roadside Romeo, or you can say a guy who used to take everything lightly. But from the day when I started preparation for civil services, I took interest in analyzing things, why it is happening, what all things are behind it, what all things works according to plan, and what all things works according to, you can say, nature. For example, in my 10th, I used to enjoy things. I used to play, I used to sing, I used to have a photograph session. I used to, you can say, my dream was to become a professional model. But the day when I started preparation for UPSC, I analyzed each and every corner, each and each and bit of personality, how it works, what all things are there in personality traits, how to cultivate the traits, how to solve each and every problem according to its own method. Each and every problem can be solved efficiently and modestly when you are solving it in a right manner. So I always think there is one solution to every problem. One solution is have peaceful mind, have good thoughts, have respect to each and everything, whether it's small or big, whether it's small house or a big building like Burj Khalifa. And the second thing is have faith in your teachers, whether he is teaching wrong or not. You just have to analyze. If he is right, okay, let's follow his path. If he is wrong, bastard. We used to play in JT Varsity, no? Bastard or bastard. We used to ask a teacher. I have changed many teachers, but I want to name 2 or 3 teachers which have taught me how to live a life. I'm not ranking according to my priorities, but according to my own thing. The first is from my childhood till now. The first is Pankaj Mahajan. He comes from a poor family, in the sense when he started his journey in the slum soccer thing. He was a teenager who don't have any future plans, who was very, you can say, very annoying thing. In day out, day night, he always think of cricket, because I have been a part of his life. It's been 10, 15 odd years we know each other, and I know most of the things about him. So he was one of the most best teacher, I can say. Next one was Pritesh sir, who taught me geography optionals. Sorry, who never taught me optional. He taught me how to live a life where you can make impact to others' life, and you have impact on your own life. How you can change every day, how your thought processes work, how you analyze the thing, whether it is good or bad. You have to understand. No one will tell you how to live a life. How to live a life with a peaceful mind. In your background, in your surrounding, there will be obstacles, there will be annoying things, but you have to keep one thing in mind. That is, have faith in yourself. Whatever you are doing for good. That thing he taught me. And the last, I cannot say the last, but presently I favor Ankush Bhaiya. These 4 persons are not more than 30 years of age. They are below 30. Yeah. And the life experiences teaches a lot. Ankush Bhaiya, I want to tell you one thing. Failures are a part of life. This person faced many failures in life. In his first year of college, he was dropped. In the sense, he failed. The next year in the first year, he started his journey in a full swing. So after completing 3 years, he got the best student award from the city's university. You can imagine, failure become a topper, or failure become a good person in his life. Failure is a part of life, and you have to accept it. It's you who have to decide how to move forward. He moved forward with a full swing. देख लेंगे जो होगा, but I will give my best, he used to say. He is now 28 or 29 odd years of age. His life journey teached me a lot. I've spent almost 2 years with him, or you can say, we used to go to play football, and he used to always say to me, Jivesh, keep one thing in mind, be independent, don't depend on others, because it's you and yourself who will always accompany you, not no one else does, because he has faced that thing. So I know how to manage my own self. Before getting depressed, I used to think, Jivesh, you are alone, you know what you have to do. And I used to open my book, I used to write what all things I was having in my mind, and all these things I have learned from him. He used to have a diary with him. He used to write whatever he likes in that diary. He used to note each and every day tasks. He was, moreover, I want to tell you, he is now managing Nagpur city's one of the best football club, and he had outgrown it. Even he got a chance to visit some other clubs, but he refused it because he loved to have his own thing. From a backward region he came, and all these persons are from not a very good family, or you can say not very professional families. They are from you can say moderate type family, and the Pankaj Bhai, I said now, he is very poor. He was very poor. Now he is rich because his heart is rich. So these three persons have, you can say, transformed my life. The first one was Pankaj Bhaiya, second one was Pritesh sir, and the third one was Ankush Bhaiya. Okay. Now let's come to UPSC. UPSC demands from candidate. The demand from the candidate is, UPSC's demand from the candidate is, the candidate should be capable of understanding his own personality. Okay. The second thing is, he should be capable of managing people, managing his own affairs comfortably. The third thing is, UPSC demands one thing which is common in every person. That is, work for good, work for the people, work for the society's betterment. Nothing else he wants. This UPSC thing wants. MPSC is also similar to UPSC, but it is focused on states. So why we have to study these 7 subjects for UPSC and MPSC? Because we have to know about our history, how our historical past evolved, how we become more, you can say, profound in things. For example, I have this pen with me, how it come across through decades, because I know किसके पीछे भी किसका हाथ है. I know everything has its own past, so we have to study our past, right? And history, what we have to study is, for UPSC is always analytical. भाई ऐसा हो रहा है, क्यों हो रहा है, कब हुआ था, कैसा हुआ था, उसके आसपास का चीज़ें. In MPSC, we have to go deep in what we can say, but थोड़ा सा report thing, थोड़ा सा factual thing, we have to study in history. Moreover, in MPSC history, we have to focus more on regional part, Maharashtra's history, some local history, Pune, Mumbai, Kolhapur, these historical regions. The next is geography, which I love the most, because whatever I do from a geographical perspective. If I am writing something, I know भाई ऐसा हो रहा है, ये पेज कहाँ से आया, कैसा आया, this and that. ठीक है. मैं कहीं जा रहा हूँ, कोई हिल स्टेशन विजिट कर रहा हूँ, मेरे को पता है यहाँ का वेदर कैसा है, एनवायरमेंट कैसा है, वहाँ का वेजिटेशन कैसा होगा. यूज टू लिंक environment, vegetation, history, this and that, everything. अगर वहाँ पर रिवर फ्लो हो रही है, भाई यहाँ पर civilization हुआ होगा, because without river civilization is dumb. So geography, it was geography. Geography is always a connective subject with environment, with economics, with can say history. Okay. For environment, nothing. I used to prepare it by my own self. I used to analyze the past history papers. I used to see the syllabus. अच्छा यहाँ से यहाँ पर है, यहाँ से वो है. Nothing else. Environment is always had you can say always my weak, strong point. For science, analyzing previous question paper. For example, in UPSC, science is never you can say theoretical. It's always present based, current based. For MPSC, it's more a theoretical thing, wherein they ask physics, chemistry, biology. For polity, in UPSC, they always focus on union part, less on state part, because we have to work for the union, right? And we are giving Union Public Services Commission exams. For MPSC, there are 3 types of MPSC, right? The first one is Rajya Sabha, second is Group B combined, third is Group C. For Rajya Sabha, we have to focus on state polity. I will give you one example. Connect state polity with Indian polity. President's power, governor's power, state emergency, the power which administrative, financial, and legislative power between state and center. For Group B combined exams, we have to focus more on local government concepts. For example, Jilla Parishad, which we have established from our 73rd and 4th Amendment Acts. And firstly, we have to focus on Panchayati Raj system. Okay. Next is Indian economy. For economy, we have to study two types of economy. The first one is Indian economy, and the second one is microeconomy. I will suggest you to go first through microeconomy, because in microeconomy there is a base. For example, if you are studying inflation, okay, so what is inflation? What are the types of inflation? And what all leads to inflation, and what are the consequences of inflation? All these things come to your mind when you study microeconomics. There is a budget thing, there is a financial system thing, there is a banking thing, and there are many aspects in economics. So first go through microeconomy, then come to Indian economy. In Indian economy, we have to follow the present path, wherein we have to study the Indian aspects of it. For example, I will give you 2 examples here. First one is, we use GVA at base price to calculate our GDP, right? So this is a type of Indian economy. We have M3 money market tool which we use widely. We have external commercial borrowings, which was started when coronavirus started established its part. So in Indian economy, we just have to study Indian and micro. First, analyze your previous question paper and your syllabus. No, nothing more than that will be asked in these things. And in competitive exam, there is a negative marking too, right? We have to balance all those things. For example, I used to out of 100 in these papers, I used to attend at least 85, or some in some exams I have attempted 69, out of which I have attempted 72. I got 50 in and 22 out, wherein my score was 22, 1 by 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 4, 4, 3, 3. 12 marks minus, and here 100 marks. So I was scoring 85 marks. Yeah. And the cutoff was 87 marks. So in the next attempt, I will at least have 85 in my mind so that I could clear this cutoff. So in the past exams, I used to target 85 plus questions because there is more chance you get in if you attempt 85 odd questions. So for this, you have to solve many test series. You have to you can say identify the patterns, how you score, how much questions you are comfortable in. Okay. Now let's come to SSC and banking part. The SSC and banking part, we have to study 3 subjects: quant, reasoning, English. One formula I want to tell you is for this is you have to practice a lot. Whether you are a beginner or a very mature, very professional person, if you stop practicing, you will not get that good marks. So practice a lot in banking and SSC exams. I will tell you my journey in SSC. For banking, I have not given even one exam. For SSC, I have given one exam, which I have cleared very comfortably. So in SSC, for quant, you just have to pick past test question paper. First, solve the past test question paper. You have to identify which are your weaker sections, which are your strong section. Then you have to start preparing specifically for those sections which you are weak, and you have to give less time to the sections which are strong. In the last 1 month, you have to solve as many test series as you can. I have solved 100 odd test series for quant, for prelims things, and 20 odd for mains thing. Yeah. For reasoning, when again, practice makes man perfect. That is the best thing I have ever heard in my life. For reasoning, you have to analyze what all types of questions they are asking. There are 10 topics from which these questions are always asked. You have to analyze and you have to practice according to that 10 type of questions. For reasoning too, I have solved as many test series I had with me. For English, as I was having a habit of reading newspapers, I was very much comfortable with the reading comprehensions and a little bit with vocabulary and a little bit with grammar. I have to work on grammar and vocabulary. So I took 2 books for SSC. The one was past previous year's question paper, and the second one was grammar and vocabulary. So these 2 books sufficed my preparation for English. Now I want to conclude this lecture. First and foremost thing in competitive exam, each and every day at night you have to analyze what you have done in the day in the daytime. ठीक है? हर दिन एक book लेना, एक अपना खुद का ही I have this register with me. I used to write everything in this register. ठीक है? चाहे वो खराब रहे, अच्छा रहे, you just have to write. आज क्या किया मैंने, कैसा किया, अच्छा किया, गलत किया. Whenever I used to solve questions, I used to analyze. अच्छा ऐसा क्वेश्चन आया, कैसा आया, क्यों आया, कहाँ से आया, and I used to resolve it. तो वैसे ही मेरा कॉन्सेप्ट भी क्लियर हो जाता था और मेरा प्रैक्टिस भी होता था डबल टाइम. ठीक है? And benefit. So first thing, you have to analyze what you have done in the daytime. Second thing, you should have faith in yourself. अगर आज गलत हुआ है, कल अच्छा होगा. अगर कल गलत होगा, परसों अच्छा होगा. But अच्छा होगा. At the end, you should always frame कि अच्छा होना ही चाहिए. I am walking straight now, तो मैं आगे ही बढ़ूँगा ना, पीछे तो नहीं बढ़ूँगा. If I am taking my path forward, I will always walk forward. So you should take your path forward, not backward. कि भाई यहाँ पर फूकने बैठ गया या फिर कुछ और करने बैठ गया अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ. It should not be the case. ठीक है? वो हफ्ते में एक बार चलता है, but every day it will not benefit you, right? Because पैसा दिया है ना तुमने, उससे कुछ तो होना चाहिए. Third thing is have a time scheduled. हर चीज़ शेड्यूल टाइम पे करो. बारिश है, रेन है, आग है, कुछ भी रहे ना तो टाइम के साथ करो. अगर तुम्हारे पास टाइम का शेड्यूल नहीं है ना, तुम कहीं पर भी भटक सकते हो. मैं भटका हूँ इसलिए मैं बता रहा हूँ. The last 5 years I was roaming here and there. I took a plan with me and I started preparation once again. So I'm in the right path. वैसा. So have a time to schedule. हर एक चीज़ टाइम पे करो. हर एक चीज़ सोना है टाइम पे सो. बट मेरा नहीं होता ऐसा. और मैं आपके सामने सब कुछ सही से बता रहा हूँ. मेरे साथ नहीं होता ऐसा बिकॉज मेरा माइंड सेट ही वैसा है ना. भाई कभी उठो कभी भी काम करो. बट आई ऑलवेज रिमेंबर वन थिंग, भाई आज ये कर रहा हूँ तो मैं बहुत अच्छे से करूँगा, गलत चीज़ नहीं करूँगा. ठीक है? So there's 3 things I want to tell you. Have a time management, have faith in yourself, and the last was analyze each and every day what all things you are doing. So thank you for your day, for your time, for watching me. Let's hope in the next lecture I will tell you something more about my own journey in this UPSC and SSC competitive exam things. Thank you.